Hey, it's Clark36, and here we are reviewing the Allied turn 3 of the, we could call it World Championship, accessallies.org. And here we have the big American turn. So we'll remember that the Japanese went on a tear doing air raids all throughout Asia and the Pacific, and did not lose a thing. Not one aircraft. I don't think they had one casualty the whole round. So let's see if the Americans and the British can do the same. Americans by what? Carrier, destroyer, 3 subs, and 1 fighter. Now let me just take a look real quick. I'll do this again at the end of the turn, but I like to take a look once in a while at the piece counts, which are values. Now, the current, or one of the players in this game, Arthur Brown Harris, says that much more in line with, and now this is the height, by the way. This is the height of the Axis turn. So this is their maximum numbers. They're going to lose some of these numbers over this turn. But we're talking about production at being 132, 124, 319 to 258. So about 50 units difference, and that shrinks because America's buying more expensive things, Germany's buying less expensive things. And then out there at the TUV, we've still got more than a 300-point difference. So that's those bode well for America, even though this number 132 to 124 is real close. Again, it's the middle, it's the height of the Axis power. So let's take a look. All right. So, I mean, if I was to comment on this, I think this is a fantastic buy. Basically, what we're doing right now, or what the Allies are doing right now, is having an arms race with Japan, and Japan's right now at 57, and I believe most of this is going into the Pacific, but we do have a substantial German Navy, but it's back in 112, so a little less fearsome. And the planes are now landed, so a little less fearsome. Not the teeth aren't out of the adder, but it's a little less fearsome. So, and maybe he'll put some to that anti German Navy. So, Kriegsmarine. Okay, so let's keep going. Okay, so he is going to consider a big move. Let's see if he actually does it. So a big move to 54 is what he's thinking. Can we change this up? Can we move forward with this game? And I believe he determines that he cannot yet. And he is, obviously, if you're seeing someone do this, as you scroll through, you know that their mind, they're thinking on their feet. How does he end up? So he does end up putting 2 carriers, 1 destroyer. I'm going to go over to history here. 2 destroyers. Okay, so 1 of each in the Atlantic. 2 subs in 101. 1 fighter East Coast. Declared war. Gets a bunch of bonuses. Two lost to blockade. $51. $61. $66. $71. $76 because of Philippines. All right, I want to just take a look at the American. So obviously that's an impressive German that's an impressive Navy, and with the 5 subs, he's going to outclass the Germans by quite a bit. And now, unless Germany reinvests, plus the 3 scrambling fighters, 91 looks impregnable. Particularly at the time when we're going to be seeing in the next turn, those planes have got to reach the Eastern Front, or he'll be in trouble. Let's take a look at that Pacific Fleet. He did move to 54 with a loaded transport with an anti-aircraft. Okay, so that's a he outclasses that one. Yes, he outclasses that Navy. This Navy is still sitting out here. Oh, that Navy can join that Navy. Okay, cool. All right. Okay, let's keep going. I wanted to see what was in 110. With 10, nothing. No investment in the Pacific this turn. All right. The Philippines Navy, I think, is a bit of a surprise. Yeah, I mean, convoying, that many ships convoying the Philippines, that seems out of position to me. Okay, let's keep going. Okay, so Burma Road is open. He can buy. He does. He is. So 3 artillery means he feels like he's going to do fairly well with the Asian mainland. And he's going to move from Yunnan to Qichao. I am not exactly sure if he felt like he was going to lose that battle. Let's just take a look at that battle real quick. I just want to look at the player territories. In this territory is 12 units. Let's get this back to the beginning. And this is, if you look over here, right above the infantry, units, 32 units. In Kwangtung, 27, plus all the planes off the carriers. Oh, I'm sorry. Something went wrong. Oh, boy. Oh, nuts. Okay, so place units right here. Here's where we are. Okay, so yeah, so let's see. He moves to Qichao. Let's keep going with that. History. Let's go back to history. Moves to Qichao and puts the fighter in Burma. So he does not want a close battle. He wants a battle where he is going to win, win, win. And he's not going to risk that. So Operation Ricochet. That concept that you would still have troops in every theater, and you would still have a fighting force, and you would be conservative enough to make them survive instead of forcing a battle of attrition. In which case, one side gets lucky and the other side pulls ahead. So he ends with 15 bucks. Burma Road is open, and obviously he's going to evacuate all those forces out of Yunnan. He buys the British. What do? The British, for the UK, they buy 2 infantry, 2 subs, 1 fighter, and 1 factory. Okay, so again, we would be, in this case, falling behind in the piece count, although the TUV, because he has units that are surviving, not being engaged in combat, that means that the TUV, the total unit value, is staying the same. He buys for the Pacific 1 artillery, 4 infantry, and 1 armor. obviously defensive. This 4, I would assume, going to stay near India. Okay, let's see what happens. Okay, so easy loss of a transport by the Italians. Nice little sub action. Love it. He does have 2 destroyers, but skirmishes are welcomed by the Allies. It's going to retake Alexandria and maybe all of North Africa. Okay, North Africa. But that's a moment in the game, right? He did abandon North Africa, and then maybe the retake of Malta for the UK bonus. And then moves into Iraq, but because this is low luck, he is going to do a raid here. And that raid is going to leave it empty enough so that the Russians can win that and get the spread of communism bonus. He's also going to pick off a Japanese infantry, which is always awesome, right? He didn't do it with a sub because he didn't want a skirmish. He did it with a fighter. Okay. Tobruk is there. Tobruk is ours. Alexandria is. What's this? Tobruk, yes. Alexandria is ours. Kind of a spoiler alert here, guys. AAA designers, please change this so that we are not spoiled. Our anticipation is not spoiled. Okay. And here's the raid. Because he has 6 units, he's going to get 2 hits. 6 times 2 is 12, divided by 6 is 2 hits. Okay, and he is going to take... So in every one of these battles, if we look, by the way, if we go up, I believe in every one except that transport battle, the enemy gets a hit on the British. So take a look. Look for the dice roll. Nope. So this one was nothing in Tobruk. And then they lose a unit in Alexandria. They lose a unit in, obviously 3 times 2 is 6, divided by 6 is 1, so they lose a unit in Iraq. And in Malta, it's 1 infantry, and they get a hit. And Shensi, they get a hit. So whereas the Japanese skated through risky battles where they could have lost planes, the British get 4 out of 5, and they lose 1 troop apiece. So right there's 5 units off the 10 unit difference. So interesting. Even in low luck games, that was a turn which exemplified luck. So they get out of Dodge, and Southeast Asia looks strong. Still holding on to French Indochina. And a move to Transjordan. Navy base in Transjordan, and air base, I mean. And a big move. He does have 2 transports, or 1 transport left. He considers going to pick up Erie. Get that little Middle Earth strategy going. Lands a plane in Northwest territory. Nope, doesn't. Okay, so so Burma looks strong. A factory placed in Persia. Nice shuck going on there in Middle Earth. And 2 subs and a fighter. So strong Navy. Now dominating, right? So no carrier for the Italians. 3 cruisers, no battleship for the British, but 3 cruisers. And then 3 destroyers as opposed to 2, and 3 subs as opposed to 2 subs, plus 2 fighters and 3 scramblers. So that is the Brock of the Med right now. $34 collected, plus another 5 for the original territory bonus. All right, cool. And then India's looking boss. Turn complete collects. Let's see what they collect. $6. 4 lost to blockade. All right, so then we have Italy, and what is Italy going to do? Italy's going to buy another naval unit and one, I would assume, can opener. Is that a can opener? Yes, it could be a can opener. And then 1 infantry for defense, obviously. Takes Western Ukraine. Attacks the Destroyer 92. Takes out the transports. Let's see if the British get any hits. The British do. Wait. The British do not get hits. Okay. So the Belarus sacrifice of 5 infantry and 1 anti-aircraft saved the probably Archangel, I think, bonus for another round. And now there's 3 or 4 can openers, 5 can openers. I'm not 100% sure. I mean, I don't exactly know. $17, $18. That's good money. I was going to say that I really don't know why he did this. Maybe the only thing I could think of is that, let's say that attack happened. You don't have the scrambling fighters. It's a little bit more of an even battle, and then it's within range of the German Air Force. 2, 4, 5, 6, 7, 8. 1, 2, 3. Nope. So 8 German aircraft. So maybe that's why. That is a blocker. Right there's a blocker. So yes, surviving the blocker in 96 makes it pretty obvious that he's just trying to help the Italians survive. Okay, let's keep going. Anzac builds more ships. This is the only naval investment by the Allies this turn, and he's letting Anzac make a difference here. Brings back the big ships there in the South Pacific, and he's still keeping out a reserve. Collects 10, collects 15, collects 20. So at some point in time, you know, the Japanese player is, you know, you got a huge Chinese stack. You have a huge naval stack. You have a huge stack for the Russians. Excuse me. Most games I'm seeing right now you would have to go a little more KJF than KGF. KGF, kill Germany first. And I like it. And if I had anything to do with that, with some of my posts, excuse me, a little chilly, coldest day of the year so far, and we're gonna see some French destroyer action. Hey, the Allies get lucky, nice, and brave French. All right, and that is the turn. Okay, excuse me. That is Allied turn 3. Crack it out.